Hello, this is Dr. Kevin Kirk. Today we're going to make a stem for our pumpkin. And there's a couple of ways to do this. We'll just start with a sphere. If you've got your pumpkin, do it with your pumpkin, that's awesome. But I'll just start with a sphere in case you don't have one. If you want a pumpkin, go grab another video I made or someone made, and they're pretty easy to make. So I'll zoom into this guy. But I'm going to zoom in from a side or front view because I just want to grab the very top of it. And this is going to be indented a little bit in a real pumpkin, so you have to grab it slightly differently. That's fine. First thing I'm going to do is extrude it. A lot of the times you're going to extrude the pumpkin. And extrude is just Shift E if you want the shortcut for it. I'll bring it up just a little bit and I will scale it pretty much immediately. Bring it down to something reasonable. Yeah, that might work fine. And now I'll start doing the pumpkin stem proper. Maybe I'll even indent this, then bring that up again. I don't know. But let's do that again. And I think I'll start working at a perspective now. Whoa, something strange happened here. Alright, if something strange happens, Control Z is your best friend. So just Control Z it out and you're okay. Scale it again. Scale was misset. Make sure you get all 3 dimensions showing on there so you can scale it with no problem. Move it back down again and start to extrude it out. I'm just doing some keyboard shortcuts on this sometimes. That's alright. In case you're wondering, it's Shift E for extrude. So I'll start to bring this guy up, and that's fine. Maybe rotate it a bit. You don't want it to go straight out because that screams, oh my gosh, this is phony, and you don't want that. Zoom out a little more and scale it down again, probably. Maybe rotate it a bit so you're facing some other direction or turning more. Let's bring it out that way now. Yeah. And just continue to extrude, move, rotate, and scale. That's pretty much all we're doing for now. As we're building this guy. And don't forget to just keep moving along so it looks more organic. If you don't, it's not going to look organic. So you want to move into it. That's pretty much the rule. Whenever you're modeling anything, just turn toward the place you're building, and you should be okay that way. If you don't turn toward it, it doesn't look real, it doesn't look natural. Alright, so this is just one approach to modeling this pumpkin stem here. Zoom in whenever you need to. Useful tool. Go ahead and use it. Something like this is actually pretty much done for a base for a pumpkin. There are ways to add detail and so forth. I think that's alright to start with. Depending if you want it cut off or not, that's fine. If you wanted a little wavy wobbly here, you can change some of the polygons and have that look a little rougher as you cut it. All kinds of methods. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. That's your basic cut pumpkin. Remember this part. This is your basic. Okay. Let's move on from here and do something a little bit more fun. I'm going to grab the vertices at the very end here. And this is a cut-off pumpkin. Hit Z if you lose things. Those are all selected. Don't know if you can tell that. I'll change the basic pumpkin color so you can see more easily here. There you go. So we've got the red selections on all of those end points. So what we'll simply do is drop in a modifier, which is always fun. I'll drop in a noise modifier. Now I just have this little box. Check out noise, bring the scale way down. I know, start off like 12. Don't copy these verbatim, just whatever. And bring the strength way down. And I'll start to see that. Get some wavy effects as you do. Because otherwise it's just too big a scale. It's built for things often like oceans and so forth where you don't have to worry about. Now why am I going negative here? Let's not do that. Where the scale is usually bigger. So I'll do something like this. I'm going to bring down the scale. And as I bring this down, you're going to see some crazy kind of moves on this. It's going to become rougher, especially as it approaches 0. And you see it start to kind of bend and twist and creep out of it there. So that's much more realistic when you get something cut or snapped off or whatever. So I think we'll go with that. Now, if you want to ever just say, okay, I'm done with it, I don't want to change it again, you can come right click at the top, collapse all, hit yes, and that means, yeah, I'm done, that's it. And it looks a lot better in the top there. It looks kind of snapped off or something. And notice another thing, this looks very, very rough here as opposed to the smoothness here. I think you can see that pretty well. So I don't want those rough things. When it goes in by extrude, by default, it's going to be rough like that. So I want it smoothed out. Now, there's a way to do that. That looks funny. There's a way to do that. Just grab your object. Now I have to grab the polygons. Well, there's ways to do it without that things, but I'm going to grab the polygons. And just grab a few if you want to. And I got a few choices. I can keep hitting grow until the whole thing is covered, which is only a few clicks and you're done. Or I could just do the Control A to select everything. When I'm there, I want everything to be smooth. Now I could drop a mesh smooth on top of it, but that's extra calculations for the computer. Sometimes you don't want that, so and it adds too many polygons sometimes. I'll hit auto smooth. This is a default kind of illusion smoothing. And these are going to be much smoother up here. Even though I take that off, you can see it. Whoops. Let's click off of this thing. There you go. So it's a much smoother, there we are, kind of thing than it was. Alright, when it gets to a big angle like this, or like this, or like this, the smoothing isn't going to really help you. Probably need to do a mesh smooth, or do some more edges along there and smooth it out manually by adding extra divisions. So, that's a nice little baby stem cut off, broken off kind of pumpkin, which will help if this were a real pumpkin. It'd look cool. Okay, that's it for that part of it.